Is communication killing your connection? Or better question, is the lack of communication killing your connection? I'm not talking just with patients, but I'm talking about your team right now. This is Sensei Tosh, by the way, and welcome to the Dojo. I want to talk about things that I hear on a week-to-week basis. Our whole goal as leaders of our organization is to make the people that we take care of and the people that we serve alongside with to feel valued, heard, and understood. Sometimes the lack of communication, either from the team side because they're afraid, they're not sure how to bring it to you, they don't like confrontation. There's some things on their side they need to handle. There's also some things on our side as leaders that we need to handle. We've had past relationships, past team members, past things that have happened. And so I'm asking, is there some of this stuff that we're bringing in? So I want to talk about two things: assumptions, making assumptions. They said, hey, if you do that, you make an ass out of you and me. That's what assumptions mean. Or to assume is to take something that's not even real and projecting that onto a person or a situation in the office. To be presumptuous is to have had an experience before and bring that into the present time and putting that on the person. So I'm going to ask you to go into your communication with a clean slate. Be inquisitive. Come from a place of curiosity. If you have to approach a team member, hey, Deanna, it's really good to see you today. I wanted to have a quick conversation on a couple of things that I noticed. They're like, okay, sure. I always say, is now a good time for some feedback or a coaching session? So they know I have pre-framed that with my team, that if I ask, hey, is now a good time for coaching or some feedback, they know that we're going to work on something that needs a little dialing in. And so that puts them into the right mind space. Instead of, hey, can you come to my office? They're like freaking out that I'm going to the principal's office. I'm in trouble. All the anxiety ramps up. They might go into the defense mode. So set the framework with them. Do you have a minute? I'd like to do a coaching or feedback session with you. They're like, okay, now they can get into the mindset of how the conversation is going to go. Open, honest communication. This is one of our core values, but something that you should work on in setting the tone for your organization. How do you like to be communicated with is a good question to establish right from the beginning. So when you come to the moment of, hey, do you have a second? I'd like to do a coaching session with you. They know exactly what that means. And you know exactly how that person likes communication. Some of us are straight shooters. Don't beat around the bush, get straight to the point, tell me what I need to fix, and we'll move on. Some people need to say, so how are your kids? How's everything going in your life? How's everything up at the front desk? And then you can go into the questions. Some people need more analysis or data to go into. Well, can you tell me exactly when that happened? How did that happen? What happened in that scenario? So know who you're talking to and how they like to receive feedback or how they like to receive coaching. So we're setting the rules for engagement. Now we're in the moment of saying, hey, can I give you some feedback? Maybe there was a deadline that was missed. Then the question is, hey, Deanna, can you help me to understand how this deadline was missed or what happened to miss this deadline? So you come from a place of curiosity. If you're curious about something or you need help, when you say, help me to understand, they want to help you. And then that's not going to come from a place of defense. Well, I had this, that, and the other thing. Okay, I'm not going to go into a whole scenario there. But again, pre-framing this from the beginning is letting them know when I ask a question, then give me the statistical data or the hard facts on it, not all of the fluff and buff that comes around. So those are two really important things to get from the get-go is how do they want to be communicated and how do you want to receive that communication back? Hold a space for them. If you see that they're getting upset, say, I see this is upsetting you. What is it about that upsets you? And then work through that, hold a space. But remember what the goal of the conversation or the communication that you went in with needs to still be the thing that you get to at the end. So come from a place of curiosity, ask good questions. Hey, how do you think that could have been handled a little bit better? How do you think you could have hit that deadline? Oh my gosh, yeah, I love that. That's a great idea. So what can you do in the future to prevent that from happening? Okay, that's fantastic. I love that idea. Make sure you write that down. You want to ask them questions so that they originate the idea. And that means they have ownership and responsibility to do that into the future. This is a little awkward and it can be tough at times, but communication really does help. Good communication helps you to move forward quickly on tough situations. But again, good communication is learned. People don't just have it. They're oftentimes afraid to say what they think and feel. And same thing as you as a leader. So really be intentional to understand what the outcome is going to be, how they like to be communicated with. Come from a place of curiosity, ask questions, let your team members originate ideas, and create a space for them to share how they feel. Work past that, keep your eye on the goal, and keep moving forward. I hope that helps. We'll see you next time. Be blessed, be a blessing.